Joe Volpe, publisher of Corriere Canadese, North America's only Italian-language daily newspaper, on behalf of Go Live TV, Corriere Media Group, to talk about the issues of the day. These are educational issues today, and they deal in part some good news and part not so good news. Our focus of attention is the Toronto District, or the Toronto Catholic District School Board. So, St. Sebastian Elementary School, just south of Bloor, saves the Toronto District School Board, Catholic District School Board, from educational ignominy. It may come as a surprise to some people, but we spend about $12,000 per student in public funding to educate our children each year that they attend elementary and secondary school, in addition to other funds. Now, what do we get in return for this investment? Every year, the Education Quality and Accountability Office, EQAO, assesses student performance in reading, in writing, and in arithmetic in grades 3 and 6. Not to see if we're getting value for our money, but primarily to give teachers another educational tool. The public views the results as a measuring stick, one of the indicators of success or failure. The Fraser Institute, a private sector think tank, has taken to examining these results in part to provide an objective comparative standard against which parents might draw conclusions respecting the efficacy of the preparation their children receive from educational institutions and jurisdictions. Using the EQAO results, it draws up a ranking system to compare 3,046 schools in Ontario. Of the ones, obviously, only the ones that are tested. It published the rankings 2 weeks ago, January the 19th, 2019. For illustrative reasons, in its ranking, the Fraser Institute uses 4 color codes. And you'll see in this pie chart just over that, there it is. 1, green for those schools that meet the provincial standard of 7.6 to 10. So the ranking's out of 10. The second group, yellow, for those in the 75 to 6, or 7.5 to 6 range. So we're going in descending order. Ones that may be satisfactory, but should tend to strategies for improvement. 3, orange, for those with a score of 5.9 to 4.1. Shouldn't be satisfied. They're clearly a trouble zone. And 4, for schools scoring 4 and below. I don't think you need to explain what that code means. Toronto's publicly funded schools did not fare well in this. Only 16 earned a ranking of 10. Only 16. The picture is gloomier if you're a concerned parent or grandparent with children in the Toronto Catholic District School Board, the TCDSB. You might want to start talking to your principal, the director of education, or your trustee. Of the 155 TCDSB elementary schools ranked, 17, the equivalent of 11% of them were in the red zone. A further 58, or 37.4%, there you are, 58, were orange. The combined total is over 48%. Over 48% of the schools are performing below an acceptable level. In fact, only 23 schools, barely 15%, achieved the provincial standard to make it into the green zone. There we are. Just 23. Moreover, only 13 of all of those schools made it into the top 10% of the 3,046. In other words, only 13 schools ranked amongst the top 304. Thank God then for St. Sebastian Catholic Elementary School. There you are, right there. The children from this downtown West End working class immigrant neighborhood was the only school in the Toronto Catholic District School Board system to score a rating of 10 out of 10. It was also one of only 16 in the province to do so. Now the students, we list them in our newspaper, we list their names so that you can't associate them with their pictures. Their teachers and principal, whom we've already indicated, and we will name them later. They perform so much better than any other TCDSB school that the next ranked school in the system was number 84. There were 3 of them tied for that honor. Only 84. There were 83 schools between number 1 and number 2 in the school board. Trustee Frank D'Amico explained the results this way. The principal, and I quote him, the principal, Rita Federau, and teachers, Mrs. Waite and Mrs. Taylor, are dedicated to their students. They really do care, he added rather effusively. They work as a unit with the ESL teachers and with the instructors in the International Languages Extended Day program to reinforce the curriculum. How ironic, trying to do away with that program. Maria Rizzo, chair of the TCDSB, was reported in a Star article the next day, on January the 20th, as being, and I quote, happy to see that St. Sebastian at the top, but that she doesn't really like any ranking system that uses just one criterion, such as the Equeo scores, calling that a little bit lazy. That's her quote. The Corriere Canadese instead congratulates the kids and the teachers at St. Sebastian. Our hat goes off to you kids. Congratulations. Joe Volpe for Corriere Canadese, Go Live TV, and Corcan Media Group, encouraging you to stay on and listen to the commentary in Italian and in English after these commercial breaks. Ciao.